So number two is scouting and woodsmanship. There is no better thing you can do as a turkey hunter than to learn the property you're on and try to understand the behavior of the turkeys that are there. What are they eating? Where are they going to after the roost? Where are their food sources, their water sources? What kind of terrain as a turkey hunter do you have to like undertake in the mornings when you're slipping in there? And the best thing you can do is get boots on the ground, get out there and walk in that property, figuring out how you're going to get to those turkeys. A quick story, I remember one time I was hunting this huge swamp, and I had walked in probably a solid mile, mile and a half to this point, and I struck a gobbler, and he was on the other side of the swamp, and for a mile both ways there was no way to get across this swamp. Like it was, would have been neck deep. And call me a non-committed or whatnot, but I wasn't wading through neck deep water to get to the other side. But he was hot, and so what I did with that gobbler though is I went all the way back down the swamp, got on that side of the swamp and went back towards him, trying to use the terrain to kind of hide myself and get up in there close. Well, when I got to him, I struck him again, but he had moved across this big field. Now this presented a pretty big problem because this is a big open field with a swamp on the other side and a big cutover on this side. And had I not known that there was a big drainage ditch in that swamp that I could utilize to get to that point in that field where he was hanging out now, then I would have probably just maybe stood there calling and hoping to call him back across this big field, and that wasn't going to happen. So I had to make that hike way back down this field again, get to the other side of this field into a drainage ditch and use that to my advantage to get up there within his bubble. I called to him, and within just a few minutes of calling to him that last time, he made himself evident. There actually wound up being 2 gobblers and a hen that afternoon when I was hunting them, and he came on in there within range, and that was that. So knowing that property though, and knowing that if I can get to this other side of this field, get down in that drainage ditch, I can move swiftly, cut that distance and get to him, and that's what I did. And so knowing the woods, knowing the turkey is woodsmanship, and that right there will guaranteed to help you kill more turkeys.